In this video, I'll discuss all the casting news for season 8, like which characters have been cast, what roles they might play in the coming season, etc. So stay tuned for that. Hello everyone, welcome to Ultimate Book Maniacs, your one stop for book and TV series reviews. I have already discussed all the Winterfell updates in my previous video, and I'll post another video next Saturday at 7 pm IST or at 9:30 am EST. So make sure to subscribe this channel and also click on the bell icon to get notifications from my channel. Before we begin, I want to thank Alina and Aaron for contributing to my channel. You guys are awesome. You can also join me on Patreon at patreon.com/ultimatebookmaniacs. I'm adding a few more rewards on Patreon. I'll announce them soon. So, let's discuss the casting updates now. I'll start with the old ones and we'll move on to the latest ones in the end. Back in November, Watchers on the Wall had posted that Daniel Galligan will play the role of a character named Sarah, who will appear in an episode directed by David Nutter, which means episode 1, 2 or 4. I tried to look up all the characters named Sarah in the books, but I only found 2 Sarah. One was Ramsay's hound named Sarah with a single R, and the other was Walder Frey's granddaughter named Sarah Frey. Since it can't be the first Sarah, you might say that this character has to be Sarah Frey, but Sarah Frey had already showed up in season 3, so it can't be her either. That's why I think it might be a new character. Some time ago, Daniel had posted a picture on Instagram with another confirmed new addition to the Game of Thrones cast, that is Emer McDade, and a girl who was not confirmed to be on the cast, Alice Noakes, saying, "And that's a wrap." This picture was taken at the Crown Bar in Belfast. McDade's CV had also mentioned that she had wrapped up filming for Game of Thrones Season 8. A couple of months ago, Watchers on the Wall had also posted that the third girl from that picture, aka Alice Noakes, was also confirmed to play the role of a character named Villa with an I instead of a Y. And she will also appear in an episode directed by David Nutter, aka episode 1, 2 or 4. Remember back in season 1 when Robert had asked Ned about Jon's mother's name? Ned had said Villa.
What was her name? That common girl of yours. Yours was, Alina, your bastard's mother.
Wyler.
In my season 6 Q&A part 1 video, I said that it's possible that Lyanna's handmaiden's name was Villa, who had agreed to keep Ned's secret or allowed him to use her name for Jon's mother. But Lyanna's handmaiden's name was never mentioned in the show. Do you think the handmaiden is the same Villa Ned told Robert about? Or was there some other Villa Ned had met on the way to Winterfell? Or maybe this new Villa was named after Jon's fake mother. What do you think? Anyways, since 2 out of these 3, aka Daniel and Alice, are in David Nutter's episode, and 2 out of these 3, aka Daniel and Emer, had wrapped up for season 8 at the same time, and considering the fact that Daniel had posted a picture of all 3 of them at a bar together after the wrap, I think it's safe to assume that they might have a scene together in season 8. As for which character they will be playing, or which scenes they could be filming, there are 2 reasons why I think these are new characters in the north. First, they were in Belfast, which is home to Titanic Studios, and there are some other filming locations close to it, like Winterfell, The Wall, King's Road and Dragonstone, etc. Second, back in September, HBO had put out a casting notice for a sassy and attractive girl. It said, "The character is a sexy and confident northern girl playing a good memorable one-scene part in one episode, playing opposite a leading cast." In season 7, we saw that Jon had commanded all the men, women, boys and girls to learn to fight. We even saw them practicing in the yard. HBO was looking for a sassy northern girl. If you look at the CV of Daniel, You can see that her skills include horse riding, certified rapier and dagger, and unarmed BASSC, which means British Academy of Stage and Screen Combat. So I think it's safe to assume that at least Sarah will be a part of Winterfell battle scene. And we might even see her learning to fight with Arya before that, since the casting notice said playing opposite a leading cast. Who knows? Arya might decide to teach everyone a few tricks of hers. We know there will be two major battle scenes in season 8, one in Winterfell, which was filmed at Moneyglass State, Magramont Quarry, etc., and the other in King's Landing, which was filmed in Dubrovnik and will be filmed in Titanic Studios. It's possible we might see these characters fighting in the Winterfell battle and dying there. In other casting news, Game of Thrones has also cast Frank Blake as another Sentry who will play a small part opposite a leading cast. My guess is he will be the one who will see Jaime coming and might ask him questions, or he will run to tell Jon about it. Or maybe, if the Whites come first, he might be one of the first person to die. Which role do you think he will play? Rebecca Van Cleave, aka Cersei's stunt double from the Walk of Atonement, will return in season 8. She had been in snowy Belfast to shoot her repeat role. Do you know what this means? Cersei will get naked on screen again. Maybe Rebecca will film as Cersei's body double in a wedding night scene with Euron, or maybe she will try to seduce Jaime or even Jon if they return to King's Landing. Or maybe she was there to film Cersei's miscarriage scene. Which role do you think she came back to film? Let me know in the comments. A couple of weeks ago, Watchers on the Wall posted that Bronte Carmichael has been cast for a new character named Martha for season 8. About 3 weeks ago, Game of Thrones was also looking for a 25 to 30 years old mother in a survival situation and a child aged between 5 to 8 in a one-day shoot. But they were looking for twins to double the time of shooting, so it can't be Bronte's role. Back in September, Game of Thrones was also looking for a girl up to age 10 to play the role of a northern girl around age 8. The role is described as being a straight-talking northern accented girl, someone remarkable for her dauntlessness and integrity. She has been brought up in a family of soldiers and shares their fearlessness. The part is said to be a very nice standout part for a strong-minded young girl with a fighting spirit. So this role seems more like Bronte's role. But who could this northern girl be who was brought up in a family of soldiers? In the Northern Army, we don't know any main soldier. The last one we knew was the Castle family, but both Jory Castle and Roderick Castle are dead. So who can this girl be? We know she is a Dauntless, but she definitely can't be Triss. Just kidding. I don't know why, but whenever I look at her, I can't help but think of Lyanna Mormont's lines. Every man from Bear Island fights with the strength of 10 mainlanders.
Every man from Bear Island fights with the strength of 10 mainlanders.
I have a feeling that this Martha might be a girl from Lyanna's house, but we can't know that for sure. Miguel Spochnik will be directing her, which means she will be a part of the battle we discussed in my Winterfell updates video. So, that was all for today's updates. What do you think about these new castings? Which roles do you think they will play in season 8? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, it's time for the comment shout out now. Today's comment shout out goes to Loki Pocky, who said, "Loved your video. Personally, I would love Sansa to marry Podrick instead. He would certainly make a kind and loving husband for her. She could use that after Joffrey, Ramsay and Littlefinger. But it will probably never happen. Still, I ship it. #Potsa." Thanks a lot, Loki Pocky. I'm really glad you loved my video. And I love the ship name Potsa. You are right. Pod would definitely make a kind and loving husband, and Sansa can definitely use some of that. He's as headstrong and loyal as Brienne of Tarth, and he won't cheat on her either. So he will be a good match for her. So, what do you think of these theories? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. If you like this video, Please click on the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.